After the last video where I showed you how to look at old maps and use LiDAR and tide maps and those sort of things, I thought I'd show you how to add one of those sort of maps onto Google Earth. So I'm using the same area as we did last time. You notice I've already launched Google Earth, and at the top you'll see that little add image overlay. So I'm going to title it, fairly obvious, Cherwell Tithe, and then add the tithe map that I showed you last time to it. And the trick then, once you've added it here, is to situate it over the top of the Google Earth image. So you can use the green arrows and cursors, I guess, whatever you want to call them, on the image overlay to move it around, to expand it, to rotate it, and to get it into position over the top of the map. The key thing here is to use the transparency feature so that you can then see and align it correctly with the Google Earth image underneath it. So on here you'll see you've got an opaqueness, and you can move that down to see where you are, and then it's a case of moving the old image, in this case it's the tithe image, onto the top of the Google Earth and aligning it to the point that you're happy that it's in the right place. And here you'll see I'm using the road with the sort of road that runs around the back, sort of like the bow shape, because that's visible on the modern map as well. So that shape's there on both maps, and use that then to line them up. Like I said, you can use the green pieces on the old map to expand it a little if needed, change the scale slightly, rotate it, and move it around. Here I'm stretching it a little bit to get it to fit in the right place. Then you can move the opacity up and down just to double check you've got it in the right place. Do you think I more or less have now? So I think that tithe map is now, let's adjust it slightly, is more or less in the right place for the Google Earth image. So they're now pretty much lined up. And what you can do is then tweak it to your heart's content to make sure you've got it more or less as spot on as you can. Again, moving the opacity up and down to make sure it's overlaid. So I'm just rotating it. I'm going to rotate it a little bit more, and then well, before you know it, it'll be exactly the right place. I'll just add a little bit to the description on the image overlay, and then click OK. Once I'm trebly happy, and just the opacity down so you're happy you can see through to the original Google Earth image and the old image. You can do this with any image, to be honest, so you can overlay tithe map or any other map that you've found for your permission. Then click OK. Once you've clicked OK, you'll see it appear on the left hand side in the navigation. You'll get your Cherwell overlay with a little arrow in it, so that you can then use that to switch it on and off. Now you see me, now you don't. So you can use that to check on the image underneath on the overlay image to your heart's content. You can also use the navigation, latitude and longitude pieces on Google Earth to then use whatever you use for your GPS on your iPhone or your Android phone or whatever else, so that when you're actually out in the field you can navigate to things you can see on your old map using the modern resource that is Google Earth, so you can get to that interesting piece on the map itself.